WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5.
It could be a lean Thanksgiving for some, as the USDA has told Michigan to pause the distribution of SNAP benefits for November. It's our top story at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran. That's according to the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Officials there say the USDA blamed the limited availability of funds amidst the ongoing government shutdown, and the pause is until further notice. It also says more than 1.4 million Michiganders, almost 13% of the state's households, rely on the food assistance program. State officials say SNAP benefits and participants should reach out to the department's local offices if they have any questions about their benefits or check the MyBridge website. They also recommend calling 211 for information about local programs or utilizing nearby food banks. Kylie Shapansky will have more on this developing story tonight on 6 News at 6. There will be no relief for SNAP beneficiaries until the shutdown ends, and there's no end in sight. It's already the second longest in U.S. history, and the latest attempts in Congress to ease the pain of some federal workers were shot down in the Senate. Erica Brown is here for you now with the latest from Washington.
After weeks of working without pay, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says some air traffic controllers have to now take second jobs in order to make ends meet.
I don't want them delivering for DoorDash. I don't want them driving Uber. I want them coming to their facilities and controlling the airspace.
Thursday, the Senate failed to advance a Republican proposal to pay federal workers and military members who are working during the shutdown without pay.
The motion is not agreed to.
Democrats who rejected the proposal argued the bill would give the White House broad authority to determine which federal workers get paid and which do not.
You've read the remarks of Russ Vought, the head of OMB. He wants to visit, quote, trauma on federal employees, and he wants to fire a lot of them. He has said so. But that's an important piece here.
The longer the shutdown drags on, the greater the impact on Americans nationwide. Dozens of states have issued warnings that the food assistance program known as SNAP could soon run out of funding.
We are absolutely on the precipice of a hunger emergency.
7 million depend on the WIC program, which provides aid to low-income mothers and young children, while an estimated 41 million Americans rely on SNAP.
The benefits will not be coming if there's no end to the shutdown before November 1.
Now, more than 3 weeks since the shutdown began, there are still no official negotiations underway between Democrat and Republican leaders, or signs that the deadlock could end anytime soon. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Also in Washington, there is some major pushback against President Trump from America's farmers. Policies like the trade war with China are upending the finances of many American farms. China is the world's biggest soybean importer, but the country stopped purchasing the crop from American farmers, making it unprofitable.
Farm bankruptcies on the rise, farm foreclosures on the rise, farm suicide is on the rise, and the president continues to say that his tariffs are helping us, but the tariffs are hurting America's farmers, and we're going to be losing a lot more farmers this fall. And what we really need is a complete farm moratorium at USDA and other agricultural lenders. We shouldn't be losing America's farms while the president, made some bad decisions here with his tariffs.
And there's also an issue for U.S. cattle farmers. The White House says it may increase beef imports from Argentina, part of a larger $20 billion bailout for the South American country. Meanwhile, closer to home, the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development announces more than $286,000 of food safety education fund grants will go to 6 entities across Michigan. The grant program provides food safety training and education to consumers, as well as training and education to food service establishment employees and agents who enforce Michigan's food regulations. On the local political front, 6 News pollster Bernie Porn thinks the bipartisan working relationship Speaker Matt Hall has with Governor Gretchen Whitmer may actually help him to win control of the Michigan House, Senate, and the governor's chair. Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic is here for you with more on this unusual relationship and its political implications for next year.
House Republican Speaker Matt Hall rarely misses an opportunity to boast about his bipartisan working relationship with none other than Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And proof of that? Look closely at the left side of the screen here. A picture of President Trump, Mr. Hall, and Ms. Whitmer. It says it all in the wake of this budget agreement where bipartisanship was all over it.
The reason that all of this got done is because Governor Whitmer and I have really forged a good working relationship.
6 News pollster Bernie Porn comments on that partnership, but first, he credits Mr. Hall for dominating the news cycle in this town, unlike the 4 speakers that he worked for years ago.
I don't think any of them would compare to the kind of coverage that Matt Hall has been getting over the past year. Matt Hall, I think, has dominated the coverage.
But as the 2026 election heats up, some believe that this relationship with the governor could actually hurt Mr. Hall's chances of taking control of the top offices on the ballot. Veteran pundit Bill Ballinger argues it will actually help the speaker. And Mr. Porn contends that bipartisanship is especially important for independent voters who can decide races where Republicans have only a 50-50 chance of winning.
That's an important approach to take in terms of appealing to those independent voters, which are going to help you win in the marginal competitive districts. And the independent voter is persuaded by bipartisan cooperation. And I think
so. The question is, if the governor concludes that she is actually helping Mr. Hall win some critical elections, will she be the one to break it off and not the other way around? We'll see. Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
In Lansing, GOP lawmakers announced new legislation to oppose the proposed Michigan Health Education Standards Framework. They say that as drafted, the curriculum includes content that extends beyond the bureaucratic overhaul of classroom instruction and undermines long-standing protections for parental involvement and local control in sex education.
We have a large Muslim population in the state of Michigan. We have Jehovah's Witnesses in the state of Michigan. We have people of many different faiths, values, and cultures that want to teach the morality and the sexuality of their children at home, not in school. I do not co-parent with the government, and I will not stand here and say that it is okay for that to do so.
Well, they say the legislation, if passed, will reaffirm the constitutional and statutory rights of parents to direct the moral and educational upbringing of their children and urge the Michigan State Board of Education to redraft or reject its proposed standards.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Once we get rid of the cloud cover and some of the showers, maybe this weekend's a time to finally check out some fall foliage. And time is getting short. We're now approaching getting past peak in portions of the state. The UP past peak, and we are probably pretty close to peak here in the mid-Michigan area. So in the next week or two, we'll begin to slip past as our leaf viewing season comes to an end for another year. A check of the high temperature trend. This is going to help accelerate things. Some chilly daytime temperatures and some chilly overnight lows. High temperature trend, everything generally below average. Couple days near average Sunday and Monday. Notice by the middle and end of next week, we dip back into the lower 50s and then the 40s, and that's with some rain on the way next weekend. Satellite and radar today, scattered showers to the north, across mid-Michigan to the south as well. You have to head into Indiana before you run into some sunshine as these lake-enhanced rain showers continue today. And look at that, some snowflakes mixing in, not too far to the north. No snowflakes in our forecast for now, but there are some computer models in around 9 or 10 days show a little bit of a mixed precipitation in lower Michigan. To the north, across the Hancock and Houghton areas, this is in the extreme northwestern UP. Good fall foliage, but in terms of any snow that's accumulated, there have been reports of a couple flakes here or there, nothing on the ground. So we're not worried about shoveling just yet. Precision cast through tomorrow morning. Any snow chances remain to our north for us. Partly to mostly cloudy skies at 7 o'clock, and then kind of variably cloudy tomorrow. Again, can't totally rule out a sprinkle, but overall rain chances do look lower, and hopefully we'll get more sunshine to finish out the day than we saw out there today. As we look at Precision Cast through Saturday morning, quiet weather, but my attention's drawn to a storm system to the south. I don't think it's going to have a direct impact on our weather other than some clouds maybe by Saturday afternoon, but the rain showers with this should remain to our south through the weekend. I think as we get into next week, probably Tuesday night into Wednesday, that's our next chance of rain if the system can end up heading far enough north. Temperatures out this afternoon sitting in the mid to the upper 40s. It is a chilly afternoon across mid-Michigan, and as you see in St. John's, 1 minute you got some sunshine, then you have clouds and showers. Only 207 inches in St. John's though, so it's been extremely light. Capital Cam, we're about to break into some sunshine once again. 46 the current temp, 307 inches of rain, our wind gusts a little over 20 miles per hour. In Grand Ledge, looks like we're about to go back to cloudy skies, temperature 49, over a tenth of an inch of rain today, and our wind gusts close to 20 miles per hour. Jackson Cam, nice shower in the distance, temperature 44, 407 inches of rain, so everything very light today. Rainfall totals in Hillsdale, only 1/100 of an inch with a temperature of 46. For tonight, low temperature 35 degrees. Showers come to an end fairly early this evening. Then as we head into tomorrow, we'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures hopefully cracking the 50-degree mark. The 6-day forecast, Saturday partly cloudy, looks pretty good for the, or I should say variably cloudy for the Spartans. Looks pretty good until the afternoon, couple clouds around. Next rain chance Tuesday night, Wednesday, and then we dip into the 40s and stay there. Let's hope not for too long, but more rain on the way next weekend.
Wow. Still got my eyes on Halloween. I was telling Kendall yesterday, the stormy weather, the windy weather, all my decorations on my cobwebs outside, it's still okay, but I'm continuing to have to fix, and I know the next 7 days aren't going to help.
Right.
So.
But I mean, you know, sometimes when it's blowing around, it looks even more spooky.
Yeah, see, there's optimism right there.
I guess
appreciate it. All right, coming up. MSU opens the 2025-26 basketball season with an exhibition game against Bowling Green tonight. 6 News sports director Ian Kress joins us now, or later, after the break, with a preview. So stay right there. 6 News at 5. We'll be right back.